If you have a dietary restriction, your life as a traveler is going to be a bit challenging. The world isn't as particularly as accommodating as you would like it to be. However, through my various years traveling with a dairy allergy, being gluten-free for a while, and now vegan, I've learned ways to manage and to thrive. So these are my best tips for traveling as a vegan with allergies, food intolerances, and dietary restrictions. Research your regions. The world is a big place and people eat a lot of different things. So certain countries and continents are going to be easier or more challenging for your diet. Vegetarian options are growing and it's actually not too bad. The real trouble lies in being vegan since 90% of vegetarian options have cheese. Europe is particularly difficult, China not so much since they actually have huge vegetarian populations since some schools of Buddhism are actually vegetarian. And the same is true elsewhere in Asia. You can find a lot of vegetarian and vegan food. South America and Africa on the hand, a bit more challenging. The good news is that it's growing and it's actually becoming easier and easier to travel as a vegetarian or vegan. Prepare in advance, aka granola bars are your best friend. I always have one with me, all the time when I travel. Literally, they are a lifesaver. Another great packing tip is to carry reusable plastic bags or place nuts and whole pieces of fruit like apples or bananas. Oatmeal packages for breakfast are perfect because there's usually always a kettle and you can boil water. Peanut butter or jam containers are great since bread everywhere is super easy to find. Kitchens! The easiest way to ensure you know what's in your food and that'll be vegan is to make it yourself. Kitchens exist abroad. I know, it's hard to believe, but you have to choose your accommodation wisely. Most hostels offer kitchens. Plus, if you're staying at a guest house or a B&B, they also come with a kitchen, and that can allow you to cook for yourself. They also always have the necessary cooking utensils, so you don't have to worry about bringing a bunch of cooking supplies. These places will have it for you. You just need to figure out where the local grocery store is, so you can buy groceries just like you would at home. Or you can visit the local markets where you can see all the delicious local fruits and vegetables, some of which I promise you won't have at home. If you are using this method, however, try not to buy too much groceries unless you plan on spending a longer period of time in that accommodation or place. Learn the language. Literally the first words of every language that I learn is I don't eat meat or I cannot eat dairy. Memorize it, learn it, because you will be saying it a lot, literally every meal out. However though, if you don't want to memorize it, allergy cards! Yep, allergy cards. These are lifesavers for anybody eating out with allergies or dietary restrictions. They are essentially a printed out card that says, I'm allergic to this, or I cannot eat this or that, or please don't put this in my food. Then you translate that into the foreign languages of the places that you'll be visiting. So you have these cards in multiple languages saying the exact same thing that you can then hand off to your server. These are gold, literal gold. They will make your life so easy. I know this because one of my best friends that I was traveling with had super severe allergies. So having these allergy cards were essential for her. It also makes it so much easier dealing with wait staff because you don't have to be trying to figure out what they're saying. You just hand them a card and it's already translated and it's great. Patience is a virtue. Vegetarian in some countries means that you can eat chicken and fish. No joke, seriously. This has been told to me many times. Also, you can eat chicken, right? You're a vegetarian, you can eat chicken. No, I can't eat chicken. Also, you can't assume that the wait staff knows all the ingredients in your food. You can't even assume that the cook preparing it knows all the ingredients in your food. So really, it becomes up to you to make sure that you can eat the food that you are going to eat. And you do that by just really paying attention to the menu and trying not to customize too much. Try to find foods that already fit your restriction before trying to customize. Also, don't get mad at the waitstaff at foreign restaurants around the world. Food preferences and restrictions are a type of luxury. The fact that we have the option to choose what we eat is a luxury, instead of just being lucky that we have food to eat at all. Google and apps. Unfortunately, having a dietary requirement such as being vegan means that we get to lose out on being able to spontaneously pick a place to eat wherever and whenever we are traveling. We can't just stop at any place we first see, since there will be a pretty big chance, again depending on where we are, that they won't have something that we can eat. So we must learn to plan in advance. First thing I do in the morning before setting out on my day is to find a restaurant near where I am going to be for that day so that I can eat lunch and I can eat dinner at. Usually breakfast I kind of plan like the night before. I'll then use Google or Happy Cow, which is a really awesome, great vegetarian vegan app, and I'll screenshot the name and the location. Now I know that there is a place that I can eat lunch and dinner for the day. But I treat it as more of like a backup plan. Like if I can't find something else exactly where I am, I know that I can at least eat at this place. Although I do end up eating at these places quite a bit, because usually after I Google them and I Happy Cow them, they sound amazing, so I really want to go and eat there. Planning out where you're going to eat your lunch and where you're going to eat your dinner basically takes all the stress out of trying to find a place to eat when you are hungry and angry. You don't want to be running all around a city or a place you don't know trying to find food. It's not the most enjoyable experience when you are that hungry. And last but not least, accept that it is not going to be perfect. Your order may have been cut with the same knife that cut meat. It might have been fried in oil that fried meat. You might be ordering a sandwich that literally just had the cheese removed off it. So unless it is a major health allergy, if you stress out about each and every piece of food you're going to put in your mouth, you're not going to enjoy your trip or traveling at all. Because, you know, we all need to eat. We all need to eat food. Anyways, there you go. Those have been my tips for traveling as a vegan or traveling with food restrictions, dietary requirements, allergies, etc. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned a bit. If you have any other tips or advice that I've missed, please let me know down below in the comments. Or if you've traveled with food allergies, intolerances, or traveled as a vegan, let me know your experiences down below in the comments. I mean, I'm really interested to see how this is, because this is an issue. A lot of people have special diets. A lot of people don't eat the normal food that every other people eat. So I'm really interested to hear about your experiences when you've been abroad and when you've been traveling. Thanks so much for watching, and happy travels. Bye!